society's kind of trending towards self-love and like
Yeah.
having just loving your body as it is and blah blah blah. But isn't like plastic surgery at an all-time high, like botox, making your lips big,
Yeah.
Brazilian butt lifts or whatever it's called. Uh, all this stuff is like it's crazy. It's at an all-time high. And if you go to a place like Miami, it's like every girl is like they all had at least one thing done, maybe two, maybe two. So how is it possible that we're operating these two things are happening at the same time? Like one of them's got like that's what makes me believe like the whole love yourself thing is just bogus. Or
Yeah.
maybe
It's
it's
not like
leading to the more plastic surgery because it's not working. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound like a walking contradiction because I do Botox and I love skincare and I love to go get a facial and everything like that.
Mhm.
So yes, I love myself, but I think sometimes like I mean I struggle with this and it's the concept of aging. Like I don't know what it is in my brain. I'm like, like I don't want to wrinkle as badly, you know. I don't know. It's just it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to plastic surgery or fillers, Botox I think is just very minimally invasive. I don't see a whole lot of wrong going on with Botox as much as I do filler. I have seen botched filler so many times. Like I
Mhm.
just walk in downtown Vancouver and I'll see it. One in every four people just doesn't look great with filler. But it does if you're not loving your body in one way, you're not loving it in another, and it becomes this whole thing of like you'll hate to age, you'll hate to sag, you'll hate to gain weight, so you're going to do everything you can in a short amount of time to get to what you want to look like without having to do all the work, instead of just, and maybe I should take my own advice on this, but like maybe to relax and accept that the body is meant to age, that we're not meant to look the same way we did at like 21, and our hair will fall out a little bit or it'll thin out. We're going to get bags under our eyes. And suddenly
Mhm.
that's become not acceptable. Like women in their 40s now look so different than women in their 40s, like when my mom was 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now women in their 40s are looking like they're 30 again. And it's like, whoa, it's weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a weird yeah, I think you hit it, like, right on the head. The kind of fear of aging is, like, I feel like I mean, that's always been around, like, in society, immortality, the fear of immortality?
It- yeah, immortality.
Fear of immortality? No. Anyways, fear of dying,
Yeah.
has always been around, and, like, I see these side by sides a lot, which is funny when I scroll on Instagram. It's like Jennifer Lopez when she's 50, Jennifer Lopez
Oh
when she's
yeah.
20. It's like, how is this healthy for, like, your average person to look at? It's like, yeah, but Jennifer Lopez is like a millionaire, and
Yeah,
I
she
don't
can
know, she
afford certain things.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of balance in your life. Like, for me, if I miss like a round of Botox, I'm not like stressing and I have to book it. Like, I gotta go right now. Like, it's not that, to the wire, timely, whatever. I've gone 6 months without it. I've gone a whole year without it. And then I'll go every 3 months for like, 2 rounds or 3 rounds, but it's not consistent. So it's like, but if I was going to Botox because I'm like, okay, I have to make sure I don't age. Like I need to
Yeah.
make sure I look 25 forever. Like I used to joke about that, but then I realized even joking about it had a little bit of truth in it because it's like, why am I obsessed with looking 25 forever?
Mhm.
Why would I be obsessed with that? So I think now I've come to the realization that like it's a nice to have, but it's actually an expensive habit. And like I value other things over Botox. So like if I have to miss one round of Botox because I want to go like travel or have like a more expensive meal with Martin, it's like I'd rather do that.
Mhm.
Um, give and take. But like there are women out there, mostly women, men do this too, but mostly women will just start something and then run with it because now they like the way that they look. They like the attention they're getting from the filler. It's the same thing from like the ads that we
Right.
were talking about earlier.
Yeah, we've been talking primarily about women, but this is like, there's a whole this all exists for men too.
Yeah.
The same issue that we talked about earlier. I feel like there's a psyop going on of like dad bods are really sexy. Everybody wants a dad. Like, yeah, no, I think workout dad bods are are not the ideal. You're about to say something.
I was gonna say like it's like the women thing. It's like back then, like if you had a dad bod, it was considered just a beer belly or a kirsch. And there was
Yeah,
nothing cute about that.
yeah,
It goes on both ends.
yeah. Exactly. It's the same thing. It's like they're like trying to promote like dad bods and like these little guys who are not. I don't want to say names, but Tom Holland. This little 5'4" guy is like supposed to be like the icon for men now, and Pete Davidson, yada yada. It's like these guys are not like these are not the standard for like health and good looks for men, in my opinion. But the
No.
same thing's happening, and then also this a lot of guys are even younger now, like looking into getting hair transplants and
Well, I never
coloring and all
understood
that stuff.
that. I never understood that. I mean, I know the concept of a hair transplant, but I don't know. Maybe I don't see a lot of guys balding before the age of 30. I see more Coptic guys who lose hair
Put
at a
us
young.
on blast, gee.
No, it's like it's stress genetics. Again, it's mostly genetics. I mean, what are you
Yeah,
gonna do about it? It's like kind of like my hair's curly. It's genetics, right? It's
yeah,
just a lot of Egyptian women have curly hair. It's the same thing. I'm not talking down on any guy who's got a receding hairline. It's gonna happen
yeah,
at some point in your life, but like it's like suddenly the receding hairline is the scariest thing for men because
yeah,
like again, it's like the same thing for women who are insecure about a body part or something when it comes to their body as well. I mean, I do believe it goes both ways, but I feel like men don't maybe show it or don't portray it as much as women do. Women emphasize it a lot more. It's marketed mostly toward women. Like,
mhm,
it's I do hear men who have their struggles physically, but they're like, yeah, it's fine. I'm successful. I'm smart. I'm funny. Like,
yeah, yeah,
they're like they run with their other strengths,
right.
and women have a harder time. And I don't want to generalize, but a lot of women struggle with that piece.